Okay, I wanted to film one of my longer form hiking videos. This one's going to be of Cemetery Ridge. The reason I picked this one is because it's right in the middle of town in Carson City, Nevada, the Nevada state capital. You can see C Hill. C is for Carson City, and then there's a American flag above it. This is where I chose to film my Sierra Nevada snow report, because you got some 8,000 foot mountains that kind of form the eastern edge of Lake Tahoe, and then there's a 9,000er just barely peeking out, and so you can get a pretty good gauge of the snow levels and how much snowpack we have, which is very little right now. That whole ridge line over there is also a little over 8,000 feet. You can see there's like a main thoroughfare down here, a little road, and that's actually the parking lot where my Jeep is. And over here you have Slide Mountain, which is a 9,700 foot Sierra peak. You can see it doesn't have a lot of snow either. They did get a little dumping a couple weeks ago, but that's already melted. And then you got Sugarloaf, Evans Peak, Cross Hill, Mount Scott. So the views up here are pretty good, considering this is 2 miles from my apartment, and I actually used to live even closer. I used to live about a half mile away from here. But either way, it's an easy hike. Like I said, totally in the middle of town. So here's the other half of Carson City, and the Pine Nut Range, Prison Hill, and Hot Springs Mountain. And we'll go up here a little way and show you the rest of the ridge line. So yeah, hikes like these are really cool because you don't have to leave town. If you only have a half hour or something, you can just drive over here 2 miles and then hike maybe a half a mile each way. So if you don't have a lot of energy or a lot of time, you can come up here, and there's wildlife. There was just a chipmunk that ran across the trail, and there's what do they call them? Partridge? All of a sudden I'm blanking out on what they are. But there's snakes, lizards. So there's wildlife up here. And actually I've hardly ever seen people. I've only run into 2 people ever, all the times I've hiked this. And they were both walking their dog. So there's the ridge line. You can see there's kind of like a radio tower at the end. You just walk past that. And then there's a little bench that you can sit on, and it overlooks the cemetery, which is a little creepy, but the view to the south is awesome. You got Silver Peak and Raymond Peak, and then all 3 of these are well over 10,000 feet, almost 11,000 foot peaks. So it is actually a really pretty view with hardly any effort, right in the middle of town. So that's kind of one of the common themes of a lot of the places I lived in. Loveland, Colorado had Coyote Ridge. Reno had Rattlesnake Hill. Anchorage had Flat Top. There was always some kind of place that you could go that was really close and pretty easy to hike. I mean, Yosemite is about 200 and something miles from here, so it's close, but you know, you'd have to have a day off or maybe 2 to go and enjoy it, whereas this, you could just get off of work, come here really quick, you can mountain bike it, you can hike it, you can jog it, but it's always here. Get your mind off of things, probably not see another soul. So just kind of wanted to showcase this place because it's very underutilized. Might be giving the secret away, but whatever. All right. signing off.